Hi, I'm Marty Nemko. More questions my clients asked me. Client asks, I can't make myself work hard or follow through on anything. Don't tell me to break it down into baby steps. That's no more likely to help me than telling a boxer with a broken arm to start with just jabs. My response, true, baby steps often works, but if not for you, do you need a bigger goal or a bigger prize? For example, prove yourself on this job and you can get a more enjoyable one, and prove your naysayers wrong. Or succeed and you can afford to buy a home. Or some people, often labeled ADHD or with poor executive functioning, are addicted to novelty, and after the fun of the initial learning, the plodding of execution feels too boring. Some such people are helped by telling themselves to just grow up and finally put their big boy pants on. Still other people are helped by ADHD medication. A client asked, I'm supposed to start working on my college applications, but I can't make myself do it. My response, do any of these reasons pertain? Are you scared to leave home or your friends? Are you afraid that college will be too hard? That you won't make friends there, or you won't be able to handle being off on your own, whether the temptations of being off on your own, or simply doing the laundry, managing money, and so on? What advice would you give to your twin who had your concern? Would you start at a community college and live at home? Find a college that you would be excited to go to, which would motivate you to apply? Take a gap year and explore various careers? Talk it out with a trusted parent or friend. A client asked me, I'm a burned out teacher, but tenure and amazing benefits are golden handcuffs. My response, what tweaks have you tried? Being observed by a master teacher who could give you ideas for rejuvenating yourself? Or maybe better managing difficult students? Trying a more fun approach to teaching, for example, regularly coming in costume and moderating class debates, using ChatGPT to find lessons you'd be excited to teach? If the burnout seems irreversible and you feel you need to try to release yourself from the golden handcuffs, some teachers have gone into sales or fundraising. Similar skill set, different audience. A client asked me, I have to give a 3-minute talk at a staff meeting and I'm scared. Should I script it and memorize it? My response, that could make you more nervous. You're liable to forget something and that'll get you off track. Also, people can tell you've memorized. A talk, even a 3-minuter, should be engaging, a chemical connection, and memorizing is inimical to that. So if you want, script it, then reduce it to just a few-word outline on one index card or maybe a couple of PowerPoint slides, and then ad-lib. Ums, ahs, retracements, those are normal. Just importantly, have good content, important and not obvious to your audience. A client asked me, as you know, I'm Chief Marketing Officer, and my underlings are gunning for me. Partly it's my fault. I did hire people smarter and harder working than I am, but I'm not bad, and I am scared of losing my job. What should I do other than to try to work harder and smarter? My response, do you have an ally that you need to further cultivate? Can you get a publicizable big win? Should you do some horse trading with wannabes, for example, give them a cool project in exchange for some of their support? Do you need to go to charm school, working on making people feel good about themselves, giving them public credit, writing handwritten thank you notes, and so on? Should you subtly put out feelers about another job, either within or outside your nonprofit? A client asked me, I'm a career coach myself who could use more clients. Any advice? My response, should you practice what I call niche craft, a niche in which you'd be particularly helpful and would enjoy. It's easier to market to a niche than to market broadly, and many people prefer a specialist to a general-purpose coach. Examples, men starting out, women in midlife, early retirees, burned-out lawyers. As you know, I specialize in scientists. Whether you go niche or you go broad, market in the way you'd find most fun. Unless you find it fun, you may not do it enough. So if you're social, chat up friends. If you're a writer, write for your target audience, offering important, non-obvious tips embedded ideally in anecdotes. If you're a happy cold contactor, send compelling emails. If you're a master at social media, do that. Do check in with past clients to see how they're doing, but don't ask for referrals. That too transparently makes your check-in a mere marketing effort. If they like you, your calling to check in will remind them of you and motivate them to refer you or to see you again. A client asked, I'm the proverbial starving artist, in my case a singer. Everyone says I have a beautiful voice, and I'm not bad at accompanying myself on the guitar, but I'm folky, a dime a dozen, and I'm unlikely to switch to a new genre. Is there hope for me, or must I relegate singing to hobby status? My response, it does sound like you need a day job, but to at least get side gigs, do you have a mailing list? That is key to convincing, for example, club owners to give you a slot. Or do you need to team up with someone who has a big list and otherwise is a marketing maven? Maybe you could be a 1-2 act. In any event, those are more questions my clients asked me. As usual, I welcome your thumbs up and accept your thumbs down. I always look forward to your comments and especially like it if you hit the share button below. Share on your social media so that my efforts can have broader impact. And I am flattered if you choose to subscribe to my channel, and certainly would welcome you taking a look at any of my 36 books, including my just published book, Favorites, my book of my best essays and short stories. And all 36 are on Amazon, though. In any event, I thank you for watching. I'm Marty Nemko.